pausing only briefly when the browns rumbled. Even though it had been a couple of hours, the beast's stentorian paean was still audible behind them. Other than that, the sounds of their own footfalls, and the sound of their own footfalls, it had been 2 hours of silence. So what does it mean? Lupe walked slightly ahead of Pei, keeping her eyes forward, staying alert, casting occasional nervous glances downward. Your name. Pei quickened her pace, trying to keep up. How do you mean? Chinese names are pulled right from the language, right? I mean, they aren't separate, specific words that are specifically used as names, like in Espanol or English. Right. And your name is your Chinese name sounded out in the regular alphabet, right? Romanized, yes. Continue. Lupe stumbled over a fallen bamboo shaft, righted herself, then continued. And you didn't pick an English name like most of the Chinese, Taiwanese, Pei smiled, Chinese names. Right. Lupe looked over her shoulder at Pei and reciprocated. Chinese named people I know. Why do they do that anyway? To make Westerners feel more comfortable, I guess. Or maybe to save themselves the pain of being forced to hear their names constantly mispronounced. Your name seems simple enough. It is. But Mandarin is a language where tone changes the meaning. Most other languages use tone to generally indicate a statement or a question. Mother, horse, and scold all sound the same to the Western ears, but are distinctly different to the Mandarin speaker's ear. I see. Lupe slowed down slightly to let Pei catch up with her. So how do you say your name then? Pretty much the same way you've been saying it. Maybe a little sharper, a bit harsher. It's fourth tone, a downward tone. Pei. Lupe pointed the single symbol as best she could. Good enough. Better than the way Roy's been saying it. Lupe laughed. How's he been saying it wrong? His pronunciation has been too smooth, too even, more first tone. And what does more first tone mean? It's kind of an expression of disbelief, like when a British person says, bah. Lupe laughed even louder. And what does fourth tone? What does that one mean? The proper pain. Respect. That's a good name. It is. Common in Taiwan? Not uncommon. Lupe slowed her pace further, giving Pei the opportunity for some needed deep breaths. Give me a name. What? A Chinese language name. Call me with one. So if you ever visit Taiwan, the friends I make will be able to call me something more comfortable. Okay then, what does Guadalupe mean? Nothing really. It's a Spanish Catholic thing. Something we call Jesus' mom. You Catholic? No. Fair enough. Lupe continued after a brief pause. How about Qianli? Second tone, fourth tone. Up, then down. Kind of flows more naturally if you're not a native speaker. Good name? My mother's name. So a good name then. Lupe pronounced it in her head a few times before attempting it out loud. Qianli. What does it mean? Literally, strong force. Like Luke, cool. No, not like, don't be such a Roy. Pei shook her head and chuckled. I'll teach you how to write it later on, at our cookout. Cookout? Remember the one when we get back? You're going to make beef tacos or something. Tamales, yeah. We should give Roy a name too. Didn't you already? Daga, that's just a nickname. I mean something substantial. Okay then. Pei frowned. Ideas? Give me some words, descriptives. Lupe considered a moment, filling a mental cue before responding. Tall, skinny, noble, foolish, bald, loyal, clownish, geeky. That's too many. Just two. Tall could be part of it. Gao, first tone, means tall, but also sort of better too. What if it's mispronounced? Nothing embarrassing. But it is synonymous with testicle. Same pronunciation. Lupe convulsed uncontrollably in laughter, partially at what Pei had just said, partially in the matter-of-fact way in which she had said it. The crowing was tempered when her seizure reached her arm, which fought back with intense pain. She forcefully tried to stop laughing, resorting to a series of short, rapid snorts. Sorry, Pei cringed in empathy. It's okay, the pay was worth it. Yes, definitely use Gao as part of it. Roy would appreciate the synonym. He'd probably revel in telling people about it. Probably. Lupe had her body fully back under control. You said a second? Yeah, I've been thinking about that. How do you feel about chow? Third tone, down, then up. What does it mean? Essentially, clown. So, gao chow, tall clown, better clown, yes, or testicle clown. Laughter consumed them both. Lupe looked up at the peak of the cigarette, which had just crusted over the bamboo tops. She grabbed Pei's shoulder, stopping her. We're close. If they haven't noticed us approaching yet, they soon will. Pei felt knots forming in her gut, and her body shivered. Lupe squeezed, sending a wave of comfort down Pei's back. I've got the gun. I'll take point. You've got a stick. Spear. Same thing to a gun. Lupe looked into Pei's eyes. Stay behind me. I'll keep my eyes forward. You pay attention to the sides. Make sure that they don't flank us. Prende? Wang Ming de Dong, Pei bit her lip. I understand.